back down. Now. Ow!
Darling, open this door! What's going on in there? Let me in!
Why did you lock me out, darling? Heavens below! What happened to you? Is that why you were hiding your face? No, baby. I don't care about any of that. I'm not so shallow that I'd fuss over what you look like. I'm here because I like you, no matter what happens to you. So don't be so self-conscious around me, okay? Shh. Just stay right there until you're mentally prepared to continue.
Huh? Your Worcestershire sauce? What? How did you figure that out so suddenly? Worcestershire. Of course not. It's an Eldritch loanword. Why else would it be spelled like that? I was careless. After all this time I wasted trying to seduce you in this slovenly form. What? You think cosmic entities are attractive? As a human? If I had known that you're attracted to my cosmic godhood, I would have just led with that. Allow me to properly introduce myself. I am Esther, King in Yellow, heiress to Carcosa. Charmed, I'm sure. I know, so loyal, so faithful and devoted. That's why I want you to be my follower instead. In exchange for serving me, I shall grant you anything you desire. Wealth, power, whatever that rotten witch Lynetta offered you, I can double it. Then I shall... What? You handed over your reality to her? For a singular smooch? Are you mad? I suppose. If that's all you're selling the world for, then a smooch can be arranged. No, hold on a minute. All right, very well. 2 smooches lip to lip. Satisfied? Usually my followers ask for inordinate wealth, unquestionable fame and influence, or some lavish indulgence. Nobody's ever dared to ask to kiss me before. You really want to smooch me? Well, your terms are amenable. Suffice it to say, I'll expect you to perform your scenes flawlessly in exchange. The prompt book I gave you contains the script for The King in Yellow. Rituals? Is this some sort of peasant joke that I'm too rich to understand? No, we aren't barbaric swamp folk casting hocus pocus in a cave. We have a little class. Your performance will receive a scathing review in the Carcosan Times publication, and you'll also be killed. Break a leg, dearest. Don't! dearest. There's a reason I am she who is not to be named. A mortal saying Esther summons me to them. You have many options. You may call me your majesty, your grace, my king. You could even call me your royal highness if you're feeling particularly... Stop that! Shadows lengthen, dim streets darken. To the curfew thou must hearken. Why so loudly dost thou bark? And only much attention, quite unwholesome, you'll instill from the souls of poor Util. Why attract so much ill will? Lo, your plans shall surely languish, and this whole town will know anguish, for the king is whom they say, which shall, if he comes, yet... Bravo! Simply splendid. You're no stranger to the stage. A virtuoso of the bard, are we? If you performed Shakespeare, then you must be an actor of some... Tell me, what role were you? The leading man, I presume. I wasn't aware that was a role. You weren't even the leading tree. I thought you said you were a tree. Oh, you are good. Don't fret, dearest. Something is simply passing between my planet's light and your bedroom. You know the proverb, wherever the golden light of Carcosa shines, the shadow of the unspeakable one is cast? I can only be wherever the light of my planet star Carcosa shines. In other words, I can't reach you at night when you're not standing in natural light, or if anything obstructs your view of Carcosa. Aw, I was quite enjoying my time with you. I wanted to stay a little longer. Alas, parting is such sweet sorrow. It may be some...
Darling, it's you! That reality fell to me. Nothing there exists anymore. Like a dream that ends. Oh, darling, don't make me say it. It's embarrassing. You're still here because I'm still dreaming about you. Everything in existence is being dreamed about by at least one eldritch god. So as long as you're on my mind, you'll exist somewhere. Everything, including all of the gods, would cease to be. Nah, don't worry. There's about 50 of us total, so the chances of all of us being awake at the same time are... Kind of a big family, huh? Esther. Darling, I thought I told you not to mention other women while we're together. Especially not my sister. Ugh, I can't stand that prissy little boyfriend stealing. Absolutely not! We've been fighting over planets and followers for eons. It wouldn't be a stretch to call us nemesis. Darling, what's that on your forehead? It looks like a lipstick mark. That's not from another god, is it, darling? Because if it is, well, you die here. It's what? Say something. Ritual paint? Oh, really? Which ritual? I'm going to pretend that this lipstick mark came from a human girlfriend, so that I can spare you. But from now on, if you contact another god, I swear I'll stop being so sweet. Of course not! Why would I care about that? When it's a race against other gods to amass as many followers as possible, expecting your followers to be celibate is a bad move. For Grammy Roxanne, it's actually a requirement that you start a big family, or you get excommunicated from her following. Oh, I'm sure you've heard of her. She's got the most followers out of any of us. She's the black goat of the woods? Or the mother goddess of fertility? No funny ideas, mister. There's no telling what I'd do if you cheated on me with a family member. Darling, what's this I found under your bed? Oh, you've studied it extensively then. Darling, this is a dirty magazine. Big Slippery Shoggoth Girlfriends Volume 3? I bet you can learn a lot of anatomy from this. This girl on the front isn't wearing anything. She's topless. Is this what you wish I looked like? Oh, sheesh. You're going to make me blush. It's okay. I forgive you. Not a chance. It's such a nice day outside. It's a little dry for my liking, but we could totally have a date. Why don't you open your window? Let a little light in here? But what? What is it? What do you mean? Huh? Why would you suggest that? Oh no, don't tell me. Do I still smell like the ocean? Heavens below! I'm so sorry, darling. I'll be right back. No peeking butt, I love you! Huh? Darling, who?
Dearest!
My sister? You did it!
Oh, dear.
Look at me, darling. What's going on?
Well, obviously your darling has been playing us for fools. I thought I had you wrapped around my finger. To think you broke your vow of fealty for this slovenly understudy.
Esther, I knew you were a bedazzled, dime-a-dozen hussy that beds the first illiterate ass-kisser that'll sit through your little skits, but I expected better from you, darling. Did you really think you were just going to date two outer gods at the same time and get away with it?
Hold Hold on, did you just call The King in Yellow a skit? It is a composition of theatrical genius that a Philistine like you couldn't appreciate if you had another 1,000-year sleep to mull it over. But if my play is too cultured for your tragically unrefined sensibilities, perhaps you've heard the one about the watery tart who never gets a second date.
You uppity little... Oh, handsome! You're learning to control your eldritch mouth so soon? Oh, try saying something in Rillian! Oh, that's so sweet! You learned to say I love you! Well, voting would be the dangling participle error since you started the sentence with ya instead of ya. And since you and I are intimate, you don't need the gin suffix. No need to be so formal with your... Yeah. Actually, most of us are hyper-polyglots. You can't get people to worship you if you can't communicate with them. English, Mandarin, Spanish, French, Arabic, ASL, Parseltongue, Elvish, Undercommon, Swedish. All languages are made up, darling. Yes, darling? What do you mean? How strange! Oh, what's the use? You caught me. It's not a real ritual. I see how hard you're pushing yourself to make it through these spells for my sake. I thought maybe you could use a break from the real rituals, so I could spoil you a little. Not even a quick one? Well, all right. I'll leave you to it then. There's something I need to check on. You haven't seen anything strange lately, have you? I meant things beyond the usual strangeness. You haven't noticed anything watching you. Sorry, I guess I'm being the strange one, huh? I'll just be right back. Stay safe, okay? Do you remember the last time we did this? When you couldn't speak back to me? So, you know what happens next. One last ritual. And then we say goodbye again. As always, take as much time as you need. I'll wait as long as it takes, darling. Who knew waking up could be so exhausting? You know me so well. Could you get the lights for me again, darling? Need to talk to you first. What if we didn't complete the final ritual? What if I stayed to sleep longer so we could have a little more time together? Just you and me, lingering in a doomed world alone. What, doesn't that sound nice? Wait, no! We were finally going to be together forever! We would have been so happy! Of course not! I dream of being with you forever! But I'm not ready to say goodbye again! Why can't we just stay for good? Why can't our time together only be brief? Darling, thank you for giving me a dream wonderful enough to remember clearly.
You clean up well. I'm impressed. You'd be presentable before my royal court and that. Quite the opposite, dearest. Your face is molding to fit the mask. I may have failed to mention that we reenact the play with deadly act. From this point on in the play, your character never removes his mask. So neither shall you. This surely shouldn't be a problem for someone who is planning to be my eternal servant. The mask and your face have become one. Your every pore is now gilt in gold. Lay thine hands upon my bodice, for before you stands a goddess. Know this guest of goldenrod is merely the first of the night. Let us drink to... Be thee graciously obeisant, demonstrate. All who live in doomed yet hill will know without report the king arrived by your escort. An immaculate performance, dearest. Bravissimo. There's only one more scene to reenact, and then this world will be mine. No, it's not. The ending is actually quite hilarious. Your character is slain and all of his wishes come true in an unexpected way. In his ambitions of greed, influence, and fame, he dies penniless, alone, and infamous. Comedy is merely tragedy from far enough away, dearest. I anticipated that you might get cold feet after learning of your character's fate. However, my wrath is terror far beyond a touch of stage fright. So, for your sake, dearest, do the fucking scene. Don't speak my name. Surely you don't intend to merely watch me eat, dearest. That's not watching you eat this feast, you'll feed it to me. Delightful. Another. Dream on. My lips have already touched it. If you want an indirect kiss, you'll have to be more clever than that. Of course not. Oh, heavens below, yes! I am pleased by this new attitude of yours, dear. What do you think you're doing? Let me try. I don't want it after all. Hey, hold on. Give me the cream puff. I order you to hand over the cream puff. It really is. I suppose. Very well. Let us resume the play. Why so limited your actions that permitted this result truly befitted to a hunger such as thine? Know your greed is... No mask, no witness, for it was thee who hast permit this golden guest to own the dimness of the city of Yatil. Lo, for I'm the king in yellow whose long shadow's on Yatil, and whose shadow you're in still. Dark as death is now Yatil. I've granted all your wishes. I'm afraid I disagree. All alone you are with all of your remaining family. And as vision turns to darkness, you have claim to all you see. And you'll wear that mask and robe for the rest of all your life indeed. And the strong will fall to illness, haunt your tail with crypt-like stillness, and none left alive to witness my ascension to Yatil. And from the catacombs shall spill the cries of innocence laid still, ye heard from lady and from smithy and from throne to peasant mill. Cries unprecedented in the history of Yatil, that your invitations quill brought the king to Black Yatil. Listen to that applause, dearest. The euphoria of a flawless recitation. Smiles, dearest, smiles. Aren't you proud of yourself? To ensure you stay in character, call it method acting if you... Oh, with sweet sorrow the curtain falls, and the show begins. The stage is now set for you to inscribe the yellow sign. Do this, and I will bestow upon you the smooch I promised. Even now, that's really all you can think about. Your world is about to be enslaved by a horror from beyond the stars. You're dying from a stab wound. And you're worried about smooches? You are an interesting human. It is a pity that you'll soon cast away your individuality for... Behold, the yellow sign. Become my slave, my eternal captive audience. I am entropy. Disorder. Where things are built tall, I appear to knock them down. Relationships. I steal the hearts and minds of the rich or powerful to break them. Because I am the breeze of chaos that knocks down any tower that challenges the grandness of my court. Before, I only pursued you because you have a great deal of clout amongst the night-going crowd and shrewd. You would have been... At least, until that reality ended and you undid all of my hard work. All of my followers that I had stolen from Lynetta. Gone. And there's nothing left to destroy if nothing exists, you see. But in this reality, I've stolen away her most powerful asset. You. Just as I've stolen every member of my entourage. Why? Because it's what I do. Huh? Such a defiant tone. Why aren't you under the effects of the yellow sign? Were you unaffected? Did the spell fail? You're supposed to be obsessed with me! You can try and resist it all you want, but one way or another, you... No, dearest, I'm not talking about marriage. What I'm talking about is catering to my every whim, anticipating my every desire. No! I'm talking about a servitude where you do nothing but kiss the ground I walk on, and a servitude unlike anything on Earth, where you never so much as think of anyone else. It's different! Is too! It means no freedom, forever. You are only permitted to do as I say. And it means preparing every single one of my meals for me. And it means never being allowed to quit your servitude. You'll never be free of me so long as you live. Exactly. Dearest, you shouldn't. I stole you away. I ruined your relationship with Lynetta. Why are you being so persistent? You can't really want to marry me that. You're just trying to act all smooth so I give you your second smooch. You can't be serious.